Just looking at that intro, I'm wondering why I gave you guys so many jump shot highlights already when I haven't even dropped my jump shot video yet. We're obviously all here because in 2K25, I've already found one of the best center builds in the game. It's not an exotic name center build, but it's a center build that's going to make you a very, very good player in all aspects of the game. And I'm not going to talk you guys' heads off. I know you guys saw the highlights already, so let's get into the build. I'm going to show you guys several different versions. I'm going to take you through my entire thought process. So in all reality, you guys are getting like several different builds in one build video. If you guys appreciate it, drop a like for me, and let's get right into this builder. Coming into this year, I already had my build prototype. It was my last build from last year, the 7-foot center who can do absolutely everything, including dribble. I knew I would not be able to make a center that could dribble, so I wanted to make just a center that was all around good and a center that could do absolutely everything besides dribbling. Right here was like my initial prototype. This build was going to be able to rebound. He was going to be pretty strong, kind of fast. He was going to have a decent pass accuracy, a good shot, a great mid-range. And this is kind of when I started tinkering with things, starting to raise and lower different attributes. After I had my prototype, I wanted to see what badges would go up, what badges would go down, what attributes that I really think I needed, what did I really think I didn't need, how I was going to build this build to be perfect for me. Right here, I'm realizing that my driving layup is way too low. And for my strength, I know that 91 is pretty good, but 89 is just as good. I only really cared about the Hall of Fame box out. And as far as my mid-range, at this point, I'm thinking, well, I can just get cap breakers and get it back to an 87 for that gold set shot specialist. And there are going to be several different times where I'm going to stop and tell you guys exactly what you can use cap breakers on as well. But that's my mentality right here. But as you guys are going to see, I'm going to continue to edit even more and even more. The next thing I had in mind was the fact that if I'm not going to have a very, very high 90 standing dunk, there's absolutely no reason to have it more than an 80. I still get my big man contact dunks at an 80, and now I can make my driving dunk an 86. And if you guys use a cap breaker on that, you can get contact dunks on this big man. This is probably the better version for everyone who wants to use it. You can cap break that all the way up to at least a 91. You already have an 80 vertical, and you can get contact dunks on your 7-foot center build, and you're still going to be an all-around menace. You're still going to have an 85 midi and an 83 point shot. In the next iteration of this build, I really start to hunt for more post control. I really like to be a 3-level scorer. A big man that can take advantage of a mismatch in the paint, someone who can shoot threes very well and shoot a pretty decent mid-range. At this point, I almost make a mistake that you guys should avoid. I tried to change the height and I realized that a 6'11 center just does not get as many attribute points as a 7-foot center. I was hoping they actually got more, but I was still capped out and got way less stats when I changed to 6'11. So I'm gonna go right back to that 7-foot center. And I was doing it because I felt like I had like T-Rex arms for a center. I usually go almost like one below max wingspan for my centers, but in this version, you're gonna wanna have that 7'2 wingspan just to get it specifically how you want. And it's because I do wanna end up with that 83 3-point shot because I want that bronze limitless. And if I really wanted to upgrade that with cap breakers, I can end up having silver limitless range on a 7-foot center. I'm trying not to bore you guys with every individual thought process, but this is the last big one. I realized that interior defense is extremely expensive even on a center, and I can upgrade so much if I just take it down and just give up trying to have perimeter defense, being able to switch, because my agility is actually not that high anyway, so it still would be very difficult for me to stay in front of guards on my build either way. Just losing that little bit of perimeter defense allowed me to upgrade my post control so much, whereas though I get gold and silver post-up badges as well. I get that bronze unpluckable, which is massive for when you try to rebound the ball and everyone's just poking at it. This is the final version of the build though. I made my speed like a 70 just so I wouldn't be as slow as molasses, and it kind of makes a difference against certain centers so far. I got an 81 standing dunk, whereas though I get silver rise up, and I still get my big man contact dunks off 2, I believe. I got an 84 close shot, so I can really finish inside under the basket, and 79 post control with an 80 strength, so I get silver back down badges as well. I have a 94 rebound, a 93 block, and 85 interior, which really helps. I still have an 82 pass accuracy, which gives me gold dimer, an 83 3, and an 80 mid-range shot. I kind of teetered on maybe upgrading my mid-range a little bit more. However, the fact that I have an 83 3, I can just cat break that, and I can end up with gold set shot specialist and silver limitless range on my 7-foot center. And if I were to do that and then use one of these offensive takeovers at level 5, I could end up having a 7-foot center with a 99 3-point shot. So the possibilities with this build are endless. You still have enough defensive rebounding to upgrade that and have legend rebound chaser. I don't really pay attention to the shades this year because I feel like 2K was just trying to be as disrespectful as possible, but the name of this build overall is a 2-way 3-level scoring threat. Like I said, it's not an exotic name, but it's a name that lets you know that this build is ready to do everything on the basketball court. Let me know in the comment section down below if you use this build or if you use it as a template to make an even better build. Obviously, it's not my final build, it's my first build. It's a build that's great to start the game, but as the game progresses, we're going to see what we need and we're going to see how we can improve each build every time. But be sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, show some love, do something, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.